It's sort of like Excel. Okay. I want you to type in this information if you have it. If not, you can write it all down on a piece of paper. In the first column, okay, type all this stuff in. Yes, but now I'm going to pause as y'all type this. Okay, what you're going to do is you are going to set up this spreadsheet with no specific information entered, and you're going to create formulas where you can, and then you're simply going to copy it and make one for every single room that you have, okay? But you start with one spreadsheet and you start with all your formulas. So this is how we're going to do it. First thing is this. We're going to need area, so what you would do is click on your area cell. Now, how do you find the area of a room? You multiply length times width. So what we're going to tell this cell is that this cell is equal to, and you hit your equal key, and you can simply, you see how this highlighted thing is going over cells? You can tell it where to pull information from. So you're going to tell it to come here and pull the length of your room, which you're going to key in a number. And you cannot put dimensions because it's going to confuse the computer. So you're going to say, you put there and you simply click, and it says the information from cell D1 multiplied by, which is just your asterisk key, the width, and you simply click on that cell. So whatever numbers you put into those two cells and then you hit enter, it's going to give you a value. Now right now it says value and it's confused because you have words. But watch what happens if I actually key in a room that is 10 by 20. Calculates 200 square feet. If I change it to 8 by 15, it recalculates my square footage. So, okay, that's just to let you see. Okay? Your ceiling height is also going to be, you are going to key this in. For each room, you may have different ceiling heights. Generally, you may have like taller ceilings in your dining room, living room, and kitchen, and shorter ceilings in the rest of your house. All right, but you're going to put that for each room. Okay. Now, the perimeter. How do you find the perimeter of something? Of a rectangle? 2L plus 2W. Or we could say length plus width plus width. However you want to do it, but it's going to be a formula. So we're going to say this cell is equal to 2 times, and then you click on this cell because that's where your length is going to be located, plus 2 times, and you click on this cell because that's where your width is going to be located. And you simply hit enter. Now watch again. If my length is 10 and my width is 10, I have an area of 100 square feet and a perimeter of 40 feet. 2 times 10 is 20 plus another 20 is 40. All right? But again, all right, well, we'll just leave it there for now. All right, now your wall area is, it's the lateral area. That's equal to your perimeter times your ceiling height, correct? So you're simply going to tell it where to pull that information. This wall area is equal to my perimeter, so that's the cell that will show my perimeter. I click on it. Multiplied by my ceiling height, and here's where I'm going to put my ceiling height. And I hit enter. Now, suppose I have a room that's 10 by 10 and I have 8-foot ceilings. By simply entering the dimensions of my room and my ceiling height, it has automatically calculated my square footage, the perimeter of my room, and my wall area. Because you've put a formula in. Okay? But again, we don't want to put these in yet, so we're going to still label this length and width, and this is a key in value. All right? Now, these are the items that you need for your rooms. Your sheetrock, your paint, your floors, we're just going to say floors for now. Baseboards, crown molding, interior doors, door moldings, and possibly an exterior door. You might not need one for every room. You're not going to need one for every room. All right. Your cost and your product coverage is stuff you're going to put in after you've got this whole thing set up. But we do know that the information we put here for our cost is going to be dollar signs, right? So what we're going to do is set up those cells to represent money. And so I highlight all these cells, and I come up here on Excel. There's a button that says currency style, and you probably have something like that also in numbers. And so once you highlight, you simply should be able to hit currency style, and any numbers you plug into those cells will be shown as dollars. For instance, watch, I'm hitting 1, enter, and it enters it at $1. That way you don't have to key in the dollar sign, the 1, the decimal, the 0, and the 0. All right? For your product coverage, when you enter your coverage, you're simply going to put a number. So if the coverage is 32 square feet, in this cell you will hit 32. Like I said, this is not going to be entered until later. And underneath you will say square feet. Because I'm going to use this cell to do a calculation, and I can't have SQFT in that because then the computer is going to freak out. All right? But for now, we're just going to leave this blank. And let's set up our formula. All right, how do you figure out how much you need for sheetrock? Is that the area, the perimeter, or the wall area? It's your wall area, your total wall area, divided by your product coverage, correct? Okay, so my quantity needed is equal to my wall area, which is going to be this value, so I click it, divided by the product coverage, which will be this cell. Now, obviously, I don't have numbers in, so it's not calculating anything. All right, the quantity needed for paint is also going to be my wall area, so I have equals wall area divided by the product coverage for paint. Does everybody see that? For my floors, to determine the quantity needed for my floors, how do you get that? The area of your room divided by the product coverage. Okay, so we say equals the area of the room divided by the product coverage. What about baseboards? Perimeter divided by product coverage. So we say equals our perimeter divided by our baseboard product coverage. Crown molding is also perimeter divided by coverage. All right, now you don't need a formula for the number of interior doors needed. You just need to know how many you need. So you're just going to key in a number. All right, for your door moldings, okay. Most doors, I think at Lowe's, were 8 feet by 4 feet. And for the molding around your door, if it's not pre-hung, that means you need 8 feet on one side, 8 feet on the other, that's 16, plus 4 feet across the top. So you need 20 feet for one side of the door, and then you need 20 feet for the other side of the door. So how many feet do you need total for one door? You know what, though? We're not going to do that, because if you have a door in one room, you'll have the same door in the other room, and you'll be doubling up. So we'll just look at it as in this room, we're going to put the moldings on that.